What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about Starlink. A lot of you guys have asked me, how's a Starlink? How do you have it mounted? Some of you guys have DM'd me and say, hey, I've seen you drive, but Starlink, like it stays up there. My Starlink is, I want to say permanently and not permanently mounted. I'll explain that to you here in a little bit. It's funny, the best people is like when they pass me, they're honking, and they're like, hey, Starlink. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, you're good, you know. That's perfectly normal. I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. You will need some suction cups. You're thinking you're crazy. You got the hell on my suction cups? Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how I did it, how I ran it, what not too many parts really involved in it, and I'll show you how easy it is and why I chose with this setup and not the traditional, like the flat setup. You'll see what I mean right now. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get in here. This is the other garage where, oh, we always got all types of stuff in here. We got the forklift in here. We got the rammer in here. We got old Genesis buggy back there. Got a wood splitter back there. Scissor lift over here. A chair. Sometimes just sit and relax, you know. But this is it. This is the old girl right here. If you didn't see the new video I did on the window tinting, check that out. It was a good video. So now this is the motorhome. I'm going to show you. Well, let me show you inside first. I'll show you how I ran it and where the Starlink, the actual router itself is. So it's going to be kind of difficult to see, but let me turn the lights on here. All right. So you're going to see a wire right there. See that? And you'll know outside. My Starlink router is right there. It just sits in there, cables in there, stays in there. It's nice and clean. And the Starlink well is like, I believe, right up there. I think it is, but I will show you guys. So we'll head outside. So that's how I'll show you how I ran it basically inside. It's a very simple process, but we'll head out there and check her out. Well, we're gonna have to get on the scissor lift because I got no way of showing you guys this. So we'll turn this bad boy on. We got to get a little closer so I can climb on the roof and show you guys here. Make sure we don't hit nothing here. All right. Actually, no, I'd rather climb up from up there so I don't have to deal with this awning over here. There we go. Come right up over here. That should, okay. I think that's good. Okay. So you guys, that's why I got a scissor lift. Well, this is why. Going up. Make sure not to hit nothing. Bam. Okay. Now we are up here. I'm gonna climb up over here, climb up over there. If this is the last part of the video that you guys see, well, it means I probably slipped and fell down through the crack right in there. So, well, stay tuned. Maybe. This is how we do it right here. Put my feet here. Things a little, look at that. A little wobbly. It's all right. All right, I'm gonna have to put the camera down right over here for you guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. You can just. There you go. You can sit just like that. Okay. I gotta come here. Whoa, I gotta climb up over here. All right. I get the camera. Oh shit. Okay. So now this. Oh, let me get this camera fixed for you real quick. This is the Starlink right here, guys. So what I have done is this is just the OEM mount that the Starlink comes with. These are, I want to say, 4-inch suction cups right over here that pretty much hold this Starlink down with some half 20 thread pitch bolts. I'll show you that, and this is where it is ran right here. So on motorhomes, trailers, there's always somewhere to run stuff, guys. You just gotta look. Is it easy? It's really not that hard, but it might be a little bit of work. So I pretty much was, you know, looking here. Well, you don't want to, remember, some of those are for the sewer to breathe, so you don't want to start feeding down in there. I got nothing, and then you dump your Starlink into like your black tank, because some of these are meant to breathe. Like, I think that one over there, I'm not sure. But what I did is I saw this one and not sure why this is here. So there is literally, if If you guys remember when I showed you it right now, my TV was right here. Here, let me turn the light on for you guys. So the TV was right here. Behind the TV there is a hole with this cap. I don't know if that's for the TV to breathe. Not sure what the purpose of that was. But for me, it worked out perfect. I just took the Starlink cable or line, and these just pop right off. They're just little plastic pieces you can pull off. And I literally took this and just fed it down through there to plug into the router. That's really it for me. So it's fairly easy. Now, here's the thing is why I don't want to flat mount this. 'Cause some of you guys are like, well, this looks ugly. It's sticking up. It does look a little weird, you know, driving down the road. But the thing, when I see like those star mounts, I think it is, when you cut these things and you lay them flat, well, that's it. It's mobility basically to move is currently gone. It's not going to move anymore because now they've cut all this, they've got rid of the motor. Well, this is why that is sort of, to me, sort of nice, why I like it. I'm just doing a video here on the roof. But why I like to keep that mobility is, this is what I've noticed with Starlink. So say, and as you guys know, the Starlink will work perfectly flat because when I start driving, the Starlink knows it's in motion. I will watch it. It will go literally perfectly flat, and it stays like that until I will, or until I stop, and then it will start adjusting, and Starlink will find north. It likes to go north. I gotta turn this light down. It's very bright. There we go. And I'm sure some of you guys are saying, well, if it can work flat, lay flat. Well, this is why. So this thing sometimes, and I've noticed when it's close to the water, if, say Starlink, and this is what I read about, so say this satellite here sees a lot of traffic, I should say, or sees something headed north, or the signal is weak, or say you do an update on this thing, or if you put a complaint into Starlink's website or their complaint center or whatever it is, what I've noticed is this thing will sometimes, and I've seen it happen to me once before, it actually switched. I was down by the beach, switched, no longer faced north, switched and went west. I was like, that was very weird, because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm looking at it, and the only reason I knew north, south, west was because my DirecTV satellite, the DirecTV always faces southeast, and it was facing southeast, and the Starlink and the dish are usually completely opposite. Well, it wasn't. So I'm like, what? So I did a little research and found out that the Starlink is pretty intelligent. It will, if it finds a better signal or more satellites, I don't know the proper terminology, but it will actually adjust for you, calibrate itself, and say, you know, hey, this is better. There's better satellites here. This is a better, you know, place where I want to point. That is the specific reason why I did not want to cut that thing and make it permanently flat, because I still wanted it to have its mobility, basically, to be able to move pretty much, you know, north, south, west, whatever it wants to do. Does it look a little funny driving? I don't know. I don't see it, but it doesn't bother me. And here's another thing. Say you do want to take this, you're like, oh man, I'm not taking my RV, right? You know, I still want to use this thing. Well, the only thing I have to do is I bought another mount just like this, and I bought a cable just like this. I literally pop this off, just unplug it. I take this, unplug it from here. I keep this cable up here, and I can literally put it in my new mount and new cable. And I know you got to buy it, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal to me. I bought it, and I can literally just pop the Starlink off and take it, you know, if I'm going in the truck somewhere, which I have never done that because we usually take the motorhome everywhere, so I've yet to do that, so it's been up here. So this is pretty much a not permanent, but this is for driving. You don't have to touch it. It works awesome. Now, how I did it. So it is 4-inch suction cups, and you see they got threads in them. These two right here are a 1/4 20. This, I don't remember the size of it, or 1/2 20. I don't remember what size these are. But what I did, and I'll put the link down in the description, they are in my Amazon store also, is all I did was take some Allens with some washers, because this is not level. As you can see here, it comes down as an angle, and I put some washers here to make it level. So that's how I bolted this stand to the cup. Now, how the cup is staying on here and how it stays so sturdy is I took this, I flipped it, I put the Gorilla Tape, double-sided tape on here. And I put, when these were flipped, and I also put a couple dots of super glue. I suction this, so you see this is like the pump. If you pull out, see the line, that means it's losing pressure. So I have suctioned it. Then once it's suctioned and it was pretty much flat, completely having air, or no air, took all the air out of it, I put self-leveling goop, pretty much what is on every motorhome in the world. You can get it anywhere. I put self-leveling goop, and I put it all around here because what this is going to allow is it's going to allow these suction cups to pretty much never lose its suction. And how I know this will, because I had this same setup on my Attitude toy hauler. So it worked. It worked awesome. I even did the suction cups on my truck. I actually suction cupped it onto the sunroof over there, and it worked awesome. You know, I was driving around, it worked great. So these suction cups really work. I know it might be a little sketchy, you guys might be a little scared, but I've been doing it for over, I'd say this is 2 years now, a year on the Attitude, a year on the RV, because as soon as I bought the RV, I put this on. And I mean, desert trips, you know, down camping, wherever we go, it works awesome. So, and then just put some self-leveling on the cable here, just so the cable's not, you know, flopping around. But that's about it, guys. I trust this. I like this setup. It's worked for me. Now, if you want to remove it, say you're selling the motorhome, you're like, I want to remove it. This stuff is not that hard. You can see to literally peel. Let me see, I can literally peel it off. I don't know if you guys can see this with my finger. See that? So it'll come right off. It's amazing how strong this stuff is, but how easy it is to come off. So, I mean, you can literally take a rubber blade and come around it, and it'll lift right off. So, it's not that big of a deal. How I know is, well, because I did it on my Attitude trailer. These suction cups were on my Attitude, so I took these off, and pretty much the hardest part was taking the Gorilla Tape, the double-sided tape off, and cleaning the surface again and putting these back off. That was the hardest part. But other than that, that's it. I literally put it on there, put it with the tape, double-sided sticky tape with some super glue, and it doesn't, you know, I know you guys say, well, driving it, is it going to rip this membrane off? It didn't. It hasn't. It didn't do it on the toy hauler, so I don't know. Maybe the windage is not as crazy, but like I said, when you are driving, it is perfectly flat, and there's not a lot of you know, friction. I mean, even sometimes I forget to plug it in, and it stays like this, and we still drive, and it's still good. So it's not like this is, you know, completely flat where it's smacking the window where there's a lot of stress. You know, it doesn't really have a lot of surface to grab onto the Starlink. So I assume that's probably why it's been good for me, but I'm sure it's going to be good for you. But this is my Starlink setup, you can say right here. It stays on here. It is awesome. I leave it on as soon as pretty much we, you know, get in this RV. As soon as I start this thing up, kick on the Starlink, and once I pull out of the garage, it starts finding, you know, where it wants to go, and then when I start moving, it goes flat. And my kids will watch Netflix in the bedroom or front the whole entire way. It doesn't lose signal. I really like the Starlink. It is badass, guys. I've had nothing but good luck with the Starlink. There's some people that have bad, negative reviews. Not sure why, but for me, it's awesome. Okay, now let me get off this thing. But also, one downfall about the Starlink, maybe some of the negatives will be is, well, obviously, if you are surrounded by a bunch of trees, yeah, no satellite's gonna work. My DirecTV won't even work. Hold on, I gotta make sure I don't fall over here. Whoa, camera's going crooked. Okay, so that's my satellite right there. DirecTV satellite, same thing. I push it, finds itself, and that's it. I usually don't like to park, you know, under trees. Not just because I have something against trees, but birds in it. I don't want bird shit on my motorhome and stuff. Or if it's like dewy outside, you know, it gets a little like the drops from the trees will drop on the motorhome. So I don't really like parking under any trees. Now that's just my personal opinion. You can't really see either too bad. I mean, I guess if you're driving you can, but I don't know, guys. It doesn't really doesn't bother me. It's never really affected me at all. So I enjoy it. It works. You know, like I said, that's how I mount the Starlink. Damn, I need my glasses. But I guess let me know what you guys think. You know, I'm curious. I know a lot of people have been asking me about that that mount. You know, I just don't want to keep it permanently flat, you know, because like I said, it will sometimes move or update or do something where it finds something better. I don't know. I like to keep that motor. I like to keep the mobility of the Starlink moving. So I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. But if you guys need help, let me know. All the suction cups will be in the description and on my Amazon store. And if you need any more help, you can DM me on Instagram at Eddie's Life. And if you need any more help with that, kind of out of ideas to help you, but I'll try to help you if I can. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. Don't click subscribe. Peace.
Yeah.